Welcome to the You Were Designed for Greatness podcast. Each week we will bring you inspiring tips, stories, and ideas to help you be all that you can be, discovering your greatness. Featuring Donna Tashton. Donna is a transformational life and health coach, a highly sought-after public speaker, and the founder of Vibrant Living. She has helped hundreds find a better life, free of stress and living the greatness they were truly designed for. And now, your host, Donna Tashton.
Welcome. This is Donna Tashton, and I would like to welcome you to You Were Designed for Greatness. I have a guest with me today, all the way from Florida, and I bet she has warmer weather than I have right now.
Certainly do.
Let's see. It is 50 degrees here today.
Oh dear. I think we're in the mid 80s already.
It might get up to 63, they said.
Woo!
So,
it's a scorcher in Michigan.
and you know about that, don't you?
I do. I grew up in Michigan.
I didn't even say your name. So Kate, say hi to everybody.
Hi, everyone.
So tell our listeners about yourself.
Yeah, I am a wife to my wonderful husband of 13 years. I am a mom of 3 boys, 5, 9, and 10. And I am a Christian health coach.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So have you always lived in Florida?
No, ma'am. I grew up in Michigan, met my husband in college in New York, Western New York, middle of nowhere. Spent the last almost 15 years in Kentucky and just moved down to Florida about a year ago.
Well, awesome. So tell us about your life and your story.
My life and my story. So a big part of my story is getting healthy, right? I was diagnosed with depression when I was in college. I then found out that I had a family history of it. I didn't know that. That was back when depression was real taboo. No one wanted to talk about it. I remember my counselor at college saying, I want you to drink a lot of water and exercise. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. I couldn't get home to get to my doctor to get medication yet. And so she said, for now, keep coming to me. We'll keep talking through it, but drink lots of water and exercise. So I went straight to the campus store and got a new water bottle. And I went straight up to the campus gym and got on an elliptical for 30 minutes. And I remember that helping significantly. So fast forward, however many years, we don't need to name a number, a marriage, lots of moves, and 3 kids later, and I was on medication, depression medication, and I was not healthy. I was not exercising. I was not really eating healthy. I was in that mom survival mode. Yep. When you've got 3 kids who are like 6 and under and you feel like you're drowning.
Yep. I was noticing your older boys being 1 year apart. So you were pregnant for like 4 years.
It sure as heck felt like I was pregnant for a very long time. Like there was someone attached to my body for a very long time. And as soon as we got out of that season, I had another one.
Yeah.
Oh, wouldn't change it. Didn't expect to have the 2 so close together. It's not planned, but I wouldn't change it. I did not know who I was.
Yep.
I didn't know. I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. My depression was raging. It was out of control. Even on medication, it was not healthy at all. And I couldn't keep up with my kids. 3 boys.
Yeah.
We do a lot of active things.
Yes.
And I couldn't keep up. I couldn't run with them. I couldn't jump on the trampoline. I couldn't stay awake in the afternoon they would nap, and I was like, oh, thank God, I just need to lay down.
Right.
I was just tired. And I had this realization that the Holy Spirit, I really convicted me that God had given me these 3 little gifts, and I was not stewarding them well. And I was not taking care of those gifts to the best of my ability, because I was not taking care of myself, of my body, and which is also a gift, right? Your body is a gift that God has given you. And I was not taking care of it. I was not being a good steward of those gifts. And here I was, asking God, what do you want me to do? Send me somewhere. I'm ready to work for your kingdom. And he's like, you're not.
Yeah.
I can't give you more if you're not being a good steward of what you already have. And it broke me. So I decided to start getting healthy. And I very slowly, I did the same 10-minute yoga video every day for probably a couple months. And it was only 10 minutes. I hated exercise. I didn't feel like I had time for it. I didn't understand at the time that exercise gives you energy. It doesn't just deplete it, it gives it to you. So I thought, if I exercise, how am I going to have energy to take care of my kids? But I started.
Yep.
I learned that my body was capable of more than I thought. And it gave me courage. I started learning that I was capable of more than I thought. And it gave me the courage to try new things, like lifting weights. Bear in mind that lifting weights for me at the beginning was cans of beans, because I didn't know if I liked weightlifting, and I didn't want to buy weights just in case I didn't like it. So cans of black beans for an entire 30-day program. And I started really small in my nutrition. I started with things like, I just changed my breakfast. I thought, if I can change my breakfast, I can start my day better. And then if the rest of the day goes to crap, at least I know that I started out well. So I just changed my breakfast. And then, just these teeny tiny small baby steps that I took, they compounded over time into who I am today and this healthy lifestyle. And because I had goals. I had weight goals. I had strength goals, endurance goals. But because all of it was rooted in this foundation of Jesus, once I reached a goal, I continued to move forward.
Yes. Awesome. One of the things that I noticed about your story is when the day that you said you were broke, is, I call that discovering super honesty with myself of where I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I can't move forward until I'm really super honest with myself on where I am on my own map. Because it's
Absolutely.
you don't have to walk my map, and I don't have to walk yours.
Exactly.
It's like, where are you on your journey and where you really want to be? And it's that moment of super being honest with ourselves, because we're really good at pretending.
We are.
And the other thing that I noticed is that you made a choice, a decision, not based on emotions, but on your goals, on your dreams. And the decision changed, then the emotions begin to catch up.
Absolutely.
Instead of thinking I'm led by emotions, which women are often equate. The other thing that really gets me about depression is that it's we never say, if I have cancer, I am cancer.
Right.
I am whatever,
Right.
whatever illness. But that's the one we say, I am depressed.
Right.
And
instead of I have depression,
I am, yes.
But depression does not define me.
Correct. But depression industry, as far as I believe the spirit behind it all, creates the I am thing, which is why it's so hard to beat. Instead of I
agree.
have cancer, I have depression, I've wrestled with depression in the past. Those kind of verbiage change everything, is
It
making
does.
a choice that I can move forward. So does depression ever hit you at all anymore?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I, through exercise and nutrition, was able to go to my doctor and cut my depression medication in half. And I've sustained that. However, I'm still on medication.
Yep.
There are still chemicals in my brain that are unbalanced.
Yep.
But the part that I do have control over, I've taken control over.
Yes.
Because yes, there is absolutely a chemical, physical, physiological depression. I believe that in my bones. I know that because it's happening in my brain. However, there are also a lot of pieces of depression that are controllable.
Yeah.
So, do I have depression? Yes. Do I struggle with depression? Yes. All the time? No. Do I now have the tools to notice when I'm starting to spiral?
Yeah.
Yes. And once I get there, I have the tools to dig myself out of it much faster than I did before. And that is not due to motivation. It's because of discipline.
Yes.
Because I made the choice to make those healthy habits a constant in my daily life.
Yes.
When the motivation is gone and when the depression creeps in, I still have those habits.
One of the analogies I use about taking care of ourselves in our mental thought process, the importance of the words we speak, is planting a garden. I can plant tomato plants.
Yes.
But I don't plant the weeds that grow up there. They just come. Even when I put brand new soil, they just show up. And that's the way the world is. We don't have to do anything to have the worry thoughts, the fear thoughts. We don't have to do anything. They show up, but we have to be intentional about planting our tomatoes. You have to be intentional about, like you're talking about, your disciplines of being able to choose. No, I'm not going to stay in that mindset. I'm going to do this. So
I love that analogy too. There's so much pruning involved.
Yes.
You know, tomato plants in particular, you know, the little shoots that I love gardening, you know, pruning your tomato plants means you grow better fruit. So being really mindful of your thoughts as well and pruning out the bad ones, because you're in control of your thoughts.
Right.
You are. I love that analogy.
So this is an unusual question probably for you. What's the worst advice you ever got?
That is a great one. So many things come to mind. Probably the one that is sticking out right now is suck it up. There is, in it, I hesitate to say that because I tell my kids that, suck it up, buttercup. However, I think in terms of my depression, for sure, when people say suck it up or just smile or like,
be happy.
Oh, for the love, don't tell me that. Like, I don't know how. Yeah. But because of that, I learned to bottle it up. I interpreted that as internalize and bottle it up. You know, there are things in life that you have to just suck up.
Yes.
You know, circumstances that are out of your control.
Right.
But your emotions and your thoughts are not things that you just have to suck it up. Right. Those are things that you have to confront and you have to change.
Yeah.
And that you have the ability to control and change.
You do. All right. Awesome. So if somebody wants to know about how to get in touch with you and learn more, where would they find you?
Instagram is a great place to find me. My handle is Your Christian Health Coach. No spaces, one big giant word, Your Christian Health Coach.
Awesome. That'll be superb. And then we will link you in the show notes.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
With that. So in closing, that one woman who is feeling overwhelmed and hasn't really found out where she is on the map, so to speak, but she's there in that moment. What advice would you give her?
Take a deep breath. There is no rush. You do not need to compare yourself to anyone else. And exactly who you are and where you're at is great. It's okay. You don't need to be where anyone else is. You don't need to be anyone else. You need to be 100% you, 100% who God created you to be in this moment. Embrace that, and then you can move forward.
Amazing. All right. Well, thank you so much, Kate. It's been a pleasure chatting with you today.
You too. Thank you, Donna.
I loved my conversation with Kate and having her share her story of overcoming depression. It is possible to overcome depression and mental illness of that kind and live a life of confidence. And look at her. She's now a coach helping other women do the same thing. I wanted to remind you that you were designed for greatness. And if you need support or clarity, that you can have a consultation absolutely free with me. My passion is to help you live to your fullest potential, taking the baggage that's happened to us in life and turn it into luggage so you can live the life you've always dreamed and have a vibrant life. So until next time, this is Donna saying live and love vibrantly. Bye for now.
Thank you for joining us on this powerful episode of the You Were Designed for Greatness podcast. Please share this with others who might enjoy it. For more info on Donna Tashjian or to contact her, visit iVibrantLiving.com.